Okay, so recently I went to Japan for the very first time. Well, not really. I've been to Okinawa when I was really young, but I don't really remember anything about it. So technically this would be my first time remembering stuff that I did in Japan. But I'm gonna talk about my trip today. This is gonna be not scripted at all. I'm just looking through the videos and photos I took. I have my notebook, which I've written all the things I did, as in like a little journal. I'll be showing clips of my time throughout Japan and telling you all about it. This is a school trip, so there's not gonna be a lot of detail that I can't say. It's just good to look back on memories and talk about it instead of following everything like as a script when I've written it. Just freely from my memory and with the photos and videos and the notebook. I'll be posting a separate video that is just purely like the videos that I took that I can post, and without any like voiceover or anything. The reason why I'm doing like this style of vlog, recap, recount, whatever you call it, is because, as you know, I have like the Taiwan vlog and it's kind of getting a little bit repetitive doing the same thing over and over again. So here we go. Anyway, let's talk about it. I am not particularly close with anyone who's also going on this trip, so at first I was pretty worried. Cut cue to day one. Woke up at 4:45 a.m. to get to the school. I arrived at the school around 5:30. The bus ride to the airport was quite long, but oh well. Because I woke up at 4:45 a.m., I didn't have any breakfast because, well, it's too early for food. And then we got to the airport and it was a mess. Not really. It was just a really long waiting process and everything. And by the time we got through custom and into the actual like terminal, there was only like 10-20 minutes left. So I could have gotten something to eat, but I was too lazy to get something. Also, there was like a lot of us, so like the queues were also long, so I didn't want to wait, so I just sat there. I did my Genshin dailies. On the plane, I tried to play the Tetris. The controls were kind of hit or miss. It's kind of hard to control it, to be honest. The shows, there wasn't really any good shows. Well, there was Bluey. So my first meal of the day was at like 11:20, which is my breakfast or lunch. 2 in 1, I guess. Breakfast. It was, what was it? Mac and cheese? Something. Yeah, mac and cheese. I don't remember a lot. Well, no, I remember I traveled a lot as a child going to different countries. But like, I don't know why, it's still like broad daylight afternoon. But like in the plane, they just like turn off all the lights and it's just so dark in there. And I feel bad for like turning on the lights on my table because people might be trying to sleep or something, I don't know. I was in the aisle seat also, by the way. So lucky, because I do not want to be in the middle. I wouldn't mind being in the window to get some shots of the outside, but unfortunately I'm not, so no shots of the outside. Yeah. When we arrived it was around 6 or so. It was dark, it was nighttime, and wow, the first taste of humidity in such a long time. It was honestly kind of nostalgic to be able to feel the wetness in the air, if it makes sense. I don't know, it just brings back some childhood memories. Everyone else was like complaining about the heat and stuff, and I'm still wearing my jacket. I'm like, I'm used to the heat, you know, so it's all fine. Day 2, woke up, got ready. What time did we wake up? I woke up at like earlier than 5. Well, not earlier than 5, around like 5-ish, because we need to get packed to go to another hotel. At the train station, there was like a gacha machine, okay? You know me, I like my gachas and stuff. There was a bird one, which Ify did in the Taiwan vlog. I'll put picture of it here. But she didn't get the one we want. So I did it. And I got a green lovebird. And I'm like, oh sweet, it's just like my old bird, Chubby / Shimmer. And when I peeked in the little side of it, I saw that there was only one capsule left. So I knew I had to get it. And to my luck, it was Dimitri. It was Dimitri. It was so cute. I was so excited. Rode the train to the actual central Tokyo area. We had lunch at Asakusa. It was a public holiday, so it was really crowded, and wow. It was really beautiful though, but also it was kind of really humid because it's like early autumn. I had the oyakodon. It was good food. And we had like only like 30 minutes to look at all the stalls, which is kind of a little bit of a BS to me, but I really, okay, this is consistent throughout the whole trip. We didn't have a lot of time to like look at things to buy, as in like souvenirs and stuff. But oh well. After Asakusa, we went to we went to Tokyo Dome to watch a baseball match. The team I was supporting unfortunately lost. I was supporting, alright, we were going there to watch a baseball match, and I was supporting the Swallows because Atomy Idea Factory, my 9 Swallows. Yeah, it was really fun actually. At first I didn't really understand any of it. It was kind of even, but like, and there wasn't any points getting scored in the first like hour or so. But like as soon as a score, like they got a home run or something, I don't know what it's called, baseball people, I don't know anything, but the atmosphere of it, everyone like pulled out their like umbrella to like support the Swallows. It was so cute. It was like a sea of them. It was so adorable. There was like a guy near where I was sitting. He was just screaming his lungs out, supporting them. Like I understand why people like watching sports. Like, wow, the atmosphere felt so warm, kind of. And after the baseball match, we only had an hour to look at the shops in, what's it called? It's the little street. Hold on. Harajuku, yes, Harajuku. We went to Harajuku. We only had like less than an hour to look at everything. I really wish we had more time to look at stuff. I bought some bird keychains that are all for me, not for anyone else, because I love birds. Looks like Atsushi. I miss you, Atsushi. We had dinner in Shibuya. Again, there was like a lot of people. First time being in Shibuya, the atmosphere, I felt so overwhelmed, kind of. It was really pretty though, like all the buildings and stuff. I had gyoza and some edamame and ice cream, which was in like a wafer cone thing. We also went to the Starbucks over there to look at the Shibuya crossing. And in the building, because like the Starbucks was like in the 2nd floor, right? So when the two of us like walked into like the building, which was selling like some CDs and stuff, like I think it was like the Mr. Affection one, and I was like, oh, I want to buy it so badly, but like I couldn't because we were like running really short on time. we went to look at the Hachiko. We really needed to get back, so after we took a photo or a video of it, we just bolted straight back. And that was day 2. Day 3, day 3 was like one of the most chill day we had, so I really liked it, but also we really didn't get a lot done. So, and it was like one of the most chill day. We had like a lot of time in the morning compared to everything else, since we had we had time to like explore the hotel and stuff. There were like these little small robots dancing, and as you might guess, yes, it is Henna Hotel. So we went to the roof and me and my roommate, we took some photos, chilled. There was a convenience store below, so I went to buy some stuff. And the Mugen Abbey, yes! That was like the one mission that I told myself I needed to get. The Mugen Abbey chips. But they only had it in like the small packaging, but it's fine. I don't care as long as I get it. Because Nana Seriku, the ambassador of Mugen Abbey. I also got like the Demon Slayer wafers for my sister. Yeah. So after that, we went to the Tokyo Sky Tree. It was really beautiful. We could see the Tokyo Tower and stuff. And then after that, we took the Shinkansen, or the bullet train, to Kyoto. Got to Kyoto, put our luggage down in the hotel, and we went to a department store for some shopping, I guess. There was a whole life thing there, but I didn't really know what it was, so yeah. Day 4, we had breakfast at the hotel, and we went to a lot of temple and shrines today. We had like a tour guide today, and it's basically going sightseeing all over Kyoto. So like the Golden Pavilion, Ryoanji, Nijojo, Kiyomizu Temple, and the famous Inari Temple. What is it called? I forgot. It was really nice. Like the views and everything, it was so pretty. Day 5, I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. We rode the Shinkansen to a station, and then we rode a boat to Miyajima to look at the World Heritage thing, the temple. There was like a lot of deers there, which I didn't expect because I thought it was only in Nara where they had deer, but apparently not. I took a private selfie with a deer, and yeah, we looked at the temples and stuff, and the Torii Gate in the water. Did a little bit of shopping that's included in our lunchtime, and we rode the ferry back to the actual mainland and went to Hiroshima to learn about history. Day 6, we packed everything up, rode on another Shinkansen to Osaka, Universal Studio Japan. It was really fun because, as I said, I've been on this trip not really knowing anyone, but as time progressed, I've been like becoming closer with the other people. My group, we went to the Harry Potter ride first, and I know nothing about Harry Potter. I've never read the books. Well, I've read The Golden Child, but I don't really understand what's going on. But I've never read any of the books. I've also never watched any of the movies, so I don't know anything about it. But we went to the Harry Potter ride first because I've heard good things about the ride, and 10 out of 10, it was my favorite ride throughout the whole place. The whole place. Okay, so when I was on the ride, right, and this is a bit of a spoiler for the Harry Potter ride, but obviously you hear like Harry Potter like talking to you and stuff. When I heard the voice, I mentally screamed like, is that Kensho Ono? I could not believe my ears. It was like a dream come true. So we didn't have the fast pass, so we had to like wait in line for a long time for a lot of the rides. A lot of them are like over an hour long, so yeah. Next we rode on the Hello Kitty cupcake. And me and, well, my group, we went just just like full on kept on turning, spinning around and around and around. It was fun. After that we got like the Hello Kitty drink to get like an aesthetic group picture of it. And we went to like watch the parade next after that. And then after the parade, we went to like a haunted house. It was so fun. It's such a shame that it's only there during like the Halloween season, but it was like, I've never been to a haunted house before, but it was so fun. I was like screaming the whole way through, and like it was really fun. After that we went to a Spider-Man ride. It was also pretty good. It reminded me of the one in the Transformer ride in Singapore. So that was fun. Also, as we were like walking out of the ride, I saw a young girl cosplaying Anya. No, not Anya. Sorry. I saw a young girl cosplaying I, and I was like, huh? So yeah, that was pretty fun. After we got done with that, we went to the hotel, which is a ryokan. First time staying at a ryokan. I couldn't take a video of the floor because that's where all the futons are, and everyone's like lying on the floor, chilling, doing their stuff, packing their stuff for the next day. We also had dinner in the traditional inn. The food was cold, but we got to make our own takoyaki, which I was like, huh? I think I did mine pretty well considering I've never made takoyakis before, like by hand. But so that was a interesting experience. Day 7. This is our last day traveling as a group. So we left the ryokan and we went to the train station we also like walked past all of like the famous streets. I think I don't really remember what the street is called, like the one with the big crab. Don't know if it's the right crab because apparently according to my sister, it's not the correct crab. We got on the Shinkansen. We rode from Osaka to our destination, which I don't want to say just in case, but yeah. But during that ride, I finally got to eat my Mugen Ebi chips, and it was good. I don't know if it's because the cuteness of Nanase Riku kept playing in my mind, or it's because, yeah, but it was good. Unfortunately, it was also cloudy, so we couldn't see Fujisan the second time. And so this is where the exciting part comes. Well, yeah. This is when we will meet our host family for the next week, because we were also going there as an exchange student. I met my host family and I went to their home, and okay, so my host sister is like she's quite quiet, but she's also like really nice. Her English is also quite good, but it takes her a while to like think about the sentence forming, but she was like good at English. The host mom was also really good at English actually. But I obviously communicated with them in full-on Japanese only when like they asked to like do some English practice that I speak in English. So other than that, I spoke Japanese like the whole time. I'm gonna skip some details here, but the host sister, she made me watch iOS like 7 with her. It's like before, when we were like contacting each other online, I told her that I like Idol 7, and she was like, oh okay, and I didn't actually expect her to actually watch it, but she did watch it with her mom. So yeah, her favorite, as of current, her favorite is 10. Well, as of favorite, she Her favorite are Ten and Minami. Which pretty ironic considering I like Riku and Haruka. And when I got there, she wasn't completely done with season 3, so I watched the last 3 episodes with her. Which, like, internally, I was like, I came here to practice Japanese, not to, like, give myself a heart attack of angst. Because if you know what happens in those episodes, you know what happens. So yeah, that was the first day of staying with them. Day 8, they brought me to, like, this is the 3 days, so we got to spend time with the host family. They brought me to, like, we rode a long train ride to Yokohama, and then from there we got on, like, a bus thing to go to, like, I don't remember what the place is called, but, like, that's where, like, the Bungo Stray Dog happened. I don't know how to explain it. That's what I think about Yokohama. I'm like, Bungo Stray Dogs. We rode a bus up a mountain where we had, like, a really good view of Yokohama. There was, like, this Gundam thing. Everything felt so normal. Like, I recognized it from Bungo Stray Dogs. It's like the garden, the garden was beautiful. And then after we walked around, alright, and the telephone post with, and I was like, that's where Atsushi was once, I remembered. After that, we rode the bus back down the mountain, and the red brick thing, the warehouse, which I'm like, I don't know, it makes me so happy. Like, I remember thinking that, like, wow, Bungo Stray Dog would have happened, like, is set in here. After that, we went to the Ichiran Ramen for lunch, which is the famous introvert's dream or something. Yeah. And then after that, we went to another department store where I saw this huge Pikachu card thing, because apparently there's, like, a TCG gallery there. Day 9. So this was when we got to be exchange students, like going to an actual Japanese school. We got, like, a tour around the school and stuff. We went to, like, an English class to talk to people and stuff. And we also got to experience the tea ceremony. And okay, so after lunch, when everyone gathered back to, like, get the experience of the traditional tea ceremony, my Japanese teacher, she, like, came up to me. She was like, hey, I need you to fill in someone's place for, like, the assembly part. I was like, what? Yeah, because, like, one of the classes, all of them agreed to, like, stand up on stage to, like, do a speech. And apparently one of them got sick last minute, so now I have to fill in with the other class. So it was, so, like, during the assembly, it was just me and the other people who I haven't really talked to. So yeah. I've spoken in front of a whole Japanese school before. Also, before the assembly was the tea ceremony. I couldn't take any photos or video because we technically wasn't allowed to have our phones with us. So day 10. One of the grades at the school, they had, like, an excursion to learn about the history of the place or something. So we went to Kamakura for excursion. And I was with a group of girls with the school, with another friend of mine that's also from the same school, if that makes sense. So the first thing we did is that we went to the beach. And from what I was told in that morning, apparently it's where, like, Slam Dunk, like, was set at or something. I'm not really sure because I haven't watched Slam Dunk. But apparently it's also the place where Bundy and Yuki, like, you know that scene where, like, they were, like, at the beach, or not at the beach, like the railway section where, yeah, basically it's supposed to be there according to my host mom, but I'm not really sure. Took some photos, saw this weird eel creature. I don't know what it is. Walked around Kamakura, went to visit like the temples and stuff. Yeah, basically it was a pretty good day, yeah. Day 11, getting close to the end. At the school, we learned how to make the Mitsuhiki knots. And I made one that's Chongin colored theme. And I still had time to make another one. So and with like the colors that we were given, I'm like, I could make a reveal colored one. So boom. Pink, green, dark blue, navy blue, whatever Bundy's color is. And yeah. So it's basically like an inspired design or something. I don't know. Did calligraphy, and then after lunch we made a fan using silver. We decorated a fan using silver leaf and gold leaf. Yeah. And then after school, my host sister and I went home with one of her friends. And she's also a fan of Chigiri Hyoma. So we got along great. He brought me to a department store where on the higher level there was Animate and Book Off. Really good research when I go to Japan next. I bought some stuff for my sister, mainly Chile and Postman stuff. For myself, throughout this entire trip, the only thing animated related stuff that I got for myself was a Haruka pin. And actually, in front of Animate, like in front of like the walls on Animate, they had the movie Nana poster. So like I squealed when I saw it. I was so excited. It was kind of embarrassing. 2 more days to go, bear with me. So day 12, we made like this photo frames with the colors we were given. Again, it was quite limited. So I made a Mezzo inspired one. So like 5 purple petals cause Sogo, and then 4 blue petals for Tamaki, and both of them have 2 white pearls to represent each other. And in the corner you have the navy blue color one with 7 petals to represent Bundy, because 7 idol 7. And there were 3 gold beads that represent Bundy, Tsumugi, and Otoharu. Okay, so after lunch, like our school's people split up into 2 groups. So the first batch of people went with their host family's class first, and I was in the second group. So we went to an earthquake simulation center place, like an educational place, to like learn about earthquake and stuff, because we don't have earthquakes where we live, right? It was pretty fun actually. We like did the earthquake simulator, get on the platform and like shaking thing, and we also like there was like a fire extinguishing thing, and halfway through the thing, our teacher had to leave to get the second group of people down to the place. So there wasn't any translator, because our Japanese teacher was technically the translator, since the other teacher supervising didn't speak any Japanese, sorry. So when our tour guide was telling us the third activity, like no one understood except for me, but I kind of like, my brain was switched off then, so it didn't cross my mind that other people didn't understand it. And so I was like just nodding. I was like, yep, okay, I know what to do. And then the tour guide, he like turned and looked at me. He was like, can you translate please? I was like, oh wait. So basically I was the translator for the next half of the part. And it was basically like a room where like he'll like a closed room. He'll like close the room and he'll like tell you like, it's like a simulation room where like the TV will suddenly have like the earthquake alarms and stuff. And then after that, the fire the heater or something will catch on fire, so we need to like grab the fire extinguisher and put it out. It was a fake fire extinguisher, don't worry. And it was really fun, yeah. There was a cat too, and like in my group, like because there was a lot of us, so we again split into a smaller group to go in. The people in my group, they like threw the cat like at the fire. They're like, cook it, we need the food after the earthquake. And I was like, no. So I rescued the cat. It's a fake cat, it's like a plush, but it was like really funny. Like I really enjoyed myself during this tour. Anyway, going back, my group finished the tour thing, so we went back to the school to for the second group, we went back to the school to join our host family's class. They had maths, so yeah, I already knew all the maths that they were learning, because if I don't, I would have probably failed maths. But anyway, so they also like handed me like the sheet that they were doing, so I was like, oh, I'll just do it. Math is a pretty universal language, but the only thing I couldn't understand is like the x-intercept / like the coordinates, like But like I basically understood what the questions were saying, so I was just like, I quickly finished them, and I could hear like the students like, wow, she knows how to do it. I was like, yeah, because I know. And then like after the math class was like homeroom, right? And so like it was like in a flash of like everyone stood up and just crowded around me. I was like, huh? What's going on? And they started like talking to me, and I was like really happy because we talked about like anime and stuff. It was really fun. At one point, one of the two girls, they were like whispering to themselves, and then one of them was like, should we ask her? And then the other one's like, no, we shouldn't, like embarrassed or something. So I was like, oh, what anime? And they're like, Sasaki told me. And I was like, I slammed my hands on the desk. I'm like, yes. I was like, have you watched the movie? Because at that point I haven't watched the movie. It's out on Crunchyroll now. I like slammed my hands on the desk. I'm like, yes, Sasaki Tabiano. And like, anime is a pretty universal language. Another takeaway is that Tsurune was, to my surprise, Tsurune is quite popular amongst the students. A lot of them also like Nanao, but I like Kaito. Yeah, it was really fun. Like, also, yeah, some of them gave me like gifts and stuff. And everyone in the class apparently like wrote me a message on the card, and the front cover of the art was drawn by one of the students, and it was of An, Haruka, and Chongin, and the art was so cute. I was so happy. Like, I was lost for words. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this later, so remember this snippet of my happy memories. Alright. And unfortunately, none of them knew Idol 7, which made me a little bit sad. So afterwards, me, my host sister, and her friend, we went to another department store to like just hang around. There was a movie theater there too, so like we went up to like look at what's on show, and the movie Nana was like airing, but it was like the last, like there wasn't any more tickets, so like we couldn't really watch it. It's like, oh well. But at least I got to see like the trailer of it like on screen, IRL. I didn't get the opportunity to watch the movie Nana, but I was still really happy to just be able to see the trailer, and especially for Zul. And yeah, we went to the rooftop where like we got to see a pretty good view of the city, I guess. And like the sun was setting, so like the orange rays like shined on it. It was like really, yeah. Day 13, the last day, bear with me. I am also out of breath. So before we left, I left the house, my host family house. They gave me like a gift, and it was like, it's a glass, like a glass cup, and a glass cup of Zools, like, you know, like the glass cup, like, it just blew my mind. And I really so now I'm a proud owner of a Zool cup. Yeah, I love Idol 7. I'm so happy. So we were told that we will be staying at the school until 1 p.m. But apparently, like, the day before, the teachers were like, oh, they like made up some lie. They're like, oh, the airport contacted us and said we need to like be there earlier than expected or something. Looking back, yeah, it was a pretty obvious lie. But so I was actually pretty mad that we had to leave so soon, because we had like leave immediately after we got to school where everyone was gathered, because I was really hoping to spend more time with the students at the other school. Also, while waiting, if you think there was only big spiders in Australia, there was a huge spider in the room we were in. I was like, wow. Yeah. So we were waiting there for everyone to gather with their luggage and stuff. And after everyone gathered, boom, the teacher dropped the bomb. We are going to Disney Sea. I was like, huh? I literally screamed. But yeah, I didn't expect that at all. Especially when we already went to Universal Studio. Apparently, like, all the host families already knew about it, but they kept it a secret. I was like, huh? You knew, but you didn't tell me? Yeah. But it was really sad saying goodbye to, like, the host family and stuff. I, like, got a little bit sniffy. My host sister cried. It was really sad. But we got on a bus. We went to we went to Disney Sea. And the first thing we did there, me and my group of friends, the three of us, we went to get macarons shaped in Mickey. And in this picture that I'm showing you, this picture that I'm showing you, to my left was someone cosplaying Rook. I forgot his name for a second. Someone was cosplaying Rook, sitting like in the table right next to mine. I was flabbergasted. I was like, huh? Like, honestly, yeah. Since you can't cosplay the Disney characters, yeah, just cosplay the villain alternative anime version. But I found out later that people could actually cosplay like the Disney characters because it was like Halloween month or something. But yeah. Anyway, after we ate the macaron, we went around and looked at a bunch of stuff. We went to like the aerial area, and it was like really cool because it's all like indoors and the vibes feels really nice. And it was cool in there, which is good because again it was quite a hot day. And when we got to like one of the rides, like a few groups in front of me and in front of my group was Riddle and Azil. Is that how you pronounce his name? I don't even know. Just I was internally screaming. Another 2 more people cosplaying Twisted Wonderland characters. Let's go. Also for I didn't ask any of them for like any of the cosplayers for photos because I was too shy, and like I didn't want to embarrass myself in case I said something wrong in Japanese. So yeah. And after that we went to the Aladdin area, where we watched like the magic show thing. It was pretty cool, yeah. And like when we were waiting in line, another Riddle, another Azil, and who was it? Is it Jaminu? Hold on, I need to look at my notes. No, it was Veil. So another Riddle, another Azul, and a Veil, like different Riddle and Azul. they were like also going to the same place, but they got the fast pass, so they just like waltzed right in while me and my friends like waited. I was like having a heart attack. I'm like blessed. And then after that we went to like this underwater ride thing, but you know how like lines go like twisty and stuff. I saw Cuddy move and I was like, I screamed to myself. I was so happy. And then afterwards, like just walking around, I was thinking to myself, which house haven't I seen? And like as I was thinking like the Savannah Claw, I saw Leona and Rugi. I saw Leona and Rugi, and I was like, wow, she has perfect timing. Also, another notice, not Twisted Wonderland, but noticeable mention is that there was a Marinette and Luca cosplayer there. Like, it was so random, but love the cosplay. There was also Kingdom Hearts cosplayer, so that was also pretty cool. Before we left, me and my group of friends, we like waited in line to get pictures with Donald Duck, cause why not? Cause in Universal Studio we also took picture with Elmo. My overall thoughts about Disney Sea. I think like comparing Universal Studio and Disney Sea, the Universal Studio rides are better in my opinion, but Disney Sea is more aesthetically, like the buildings and stuff are more like aesthetically better. It's like, go to Universal, from my opinion, maybe I just got on bad rides in Universal Sea, but my opinion, if you want good rides, go to Universal Studio. If you want like good vibes and like good photos, go to Disney Sea. We only went to Sea, not the actual one, so I don't know anything about it. After that, we had to leave because we need to catch a flight. Board the bus to the airport, and boom, we were at the airport. It was kind of like really sad to have to leave Japan. But yeah, at the airport we ate dinner. I got takoyaki, and from the convenience store I got pudding, because I cannot believe that I have not had pudding since I was at Japan. Thinking back, everything felt like a dream. Like, you know how when you look back on memories, it doesn't feel real and it's just there. But I had a wonderful time. I made friends with other people from the grade below me. I don't know how, but they like got really attached to me. Also got to make friends with people from my own grade and the grade above me. I didn't really have any cultural shock because I know all about like the culture already. Now at school, whenever we cross paths, we like greet each other, which makes me really happy. It's like they remember me. With the classmate, like where they all like stood up and to talk to me. I wish they did it earlier so we had more time to talk. But then again, there wasn't a lot of time spent at the school, so kind of, I wouldn't really say disappointing, but kind of a shame. It's a shame that we didn't get more time. Earlier in the year, our school also like hosted that school people coming over to our school, and on the very last day I met someone. What's like, this is when they came over to our school. I finally found someone in the wild that knows Idol 7, and I had a blast talking to them. I still have like the pictures the teacher took, and we were in the background of some of the photos, and it's like a stop motion animation, well, not stop motion, like a flip note animation, where like you could see our reaction when we knew that we were Idol 7 fans. We were like like the Spider-Man meme. It was really fun. Unfortunately, I cannot give like full-on details because there's still so much I would like to talk about, but maybe in the future when I'm out of this school, I'll be able to talk about it. Yeah, so that's all about my school tour trip to Japan. It was really fun, and it's like a once in a lifetime experience, because after I graduate from school, I can't really go to a high school in Japan and be like, hey, I want to be an exchange student. So yeah, it's a really it's quite literally once in a lifetime experience, because I'm not gonna be able to be an exchange student in any other school, well, high school. So yeah, so that's it for my Japan tour stuff, my stories from the Japan tour. I hope you enjoyed this different styling format of my recount, where it's not actually a vlog, bit more about me talking about it. As I said before earlier, I'll post a separate video where it's just all the footage of that I took in Japan. So keep your eye out on that video when it releases eventually. I don't really have a lot of opportunities to use my VTuber model, so I could also finally use my VTuber model. But yeah, I had a really good time, and yeah, I don't really know how to end the video, so bye bye.